and go.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Not Bon Appetit. And tonight we're going to do something completely different, thanks to one of my favorite viewers who said everybody loves breakfast for dinner. So in the May issue, they have a huge article about breakfast. And so we are going to make this. That is why tonight we are having, instead of wine, Bloody Marys, because what do we have for breakfast? So, the thing that we are making is this. It is called, well, I don't know because I have already lost my glasses. Okay, I found them, yay. Okay, what we're making is called Farro-Vegetable Hash With, and here's what we don't know what this word is. You can see it right here. Perhaps it's French. I don't know. So I'm guessing it's, the French pronunciation would probably be Chermoula, although here in America we probably are going to call it Chermoula. So we're having Farro-Vegetable Hash with Chermoula. So, and I don't know if you can see, but there's many ingredients and there's many instructions, and it's on a font size of about 3, and I can barely see the E at the top of the optometrist chart. And so what I found was you can go online, bonappetit.com, you can find the recipe and you can print it out in really big font. So that's exactly what I did. So for you at home, look, you can get the recipe yourself, and you probably don't need to have this big of a font. So I'm going to use this. So now let's get started. The first thing is it has the whole farro, and I already have the water boiling because it takes like 30 to 40 minutes. It's like a brown rice type of thing. So if you don't have this, you could use brown rice, but because it's like that, it takes a long time to cook. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the water and let it cook for the 30 or 40 minutes while we do the rest. So right off the bat, it calls for 3/4 of a cup, which I do not have, but I have 1/4 and 1/2. And if you went to school and you know, that would be 3/4. Or I could have done 3 of these. Let's do that. 1, 2, that's way better, easier math. And 3. Okay, let's stir it up. Where is a spoon? Let me read the instructions. And then I'm not sure if we leave it boil for 30 minutes or what we do. So let's see. Let's see what it says. And I want you to see too. See, grains of discovery. That's because it's some unusual grain. So let's see. It says to make this this is not in large font. Add 1 cup, blah, 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 turn to a boil. Then reduce the heat to medium-high and boil uncovered. Okay, medium-high. There we go. And then we'll just, I guess, occasionally stir it. And we'll check on it over the course of, well, let's do 30 minutes. And then we'll see how it is. Okay, so now we're going to move on. So let's close this up so we don't have it all for the kitchen. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is to do the potatoes for the hash. And we're going to do the potatoes in the oven, and we are to preheat the oven to 375. So let's preheat the oven. Okay, so we'll do that while we prepare the potatoes. And have a sip of our Bloody Mary. It's delicious.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, cameraman. All right, so these are sweet potatoes, which, bit of trivia, a lot of people call them yams, and are they really a potato? I don't know, because I tried to Google that, but it didn't really answer my question. So that might be something you might want to do when you have nothing to do, is a sweet potato really a potato? Or is it called a yam because it's not a potato? Anyway, so we're going to peel these and slice them and put them on a baking sheet and put them in the oven. Note, the difference between this and a white potato is that you do not want to eat the peeling. The peeling is poisonous, like really, not an old wives' tale. Don't eat it. So we're going to peel it and slice it and put it on the baking sheet. Yes, we are. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to peel it and get it ready for the baking sheet, and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, everybody, we're back. We've peeled the potatoes. It says to cut them into 1/3 inch slices, which I think is pretty small. So we'll just do that, but that'll help them cook faster, and it's supposed to be a hash, so it should be pretty soft. I'm sure if you had a fancy like food processor or whatever, you could probably put them in that. But here we are, still slicing.
1/3 inch is thicker than that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, now that I've started, here I am. Because I can't have some of them one thickness and the others the other, or the little skinny ones are going to burn. So here we go. Although, I don't know if I'm going to cut any farther than that or I'll chop my hand off. So let's move on to the next potato. Oh, look, it's getting better. Until you get to the middle. I think this would be easier too if I were just a little taller. Maybe if I stood on my toes. Oh, that's much better. Okay, once again, don't want to get any farther. Afraid I'll cut my finger off. See if I can get one more out of here. Kind of iffy. Okay, done. All right, and then to prepare the potatoes before I put them on the baking sheet, it says to, let's see, blah, blah, blah. With 2 tablespoons of oil to coat and season with salt. Okay, so we are going to use, it called for olive oil, but we're going to use the coconut oil because we have it and we have a lot of it, and it really doesn't add much flavor to it. So as soon as I get a spoon, we'll use some of the coconut oil. So I'll just put a little bit of it on here because we're going to have to, I've already sprayed the pan, so I'm just putting a little bit of oil on here anyway for flavor. And then once it's in the oven for a little bit, we're going to flip them over anyway. So when we do that, that way they'll all get some oil on it. So there we go. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to put these on here. And then we'll roast them. Look, they look like little orange, like pumpkin cookies. So there we are. It's ready to go. You know what? Let's just do a little bit on the top too. That ain't gonna work. Oh, I stuck my finger in it. Where's my rag?
Salt?
Oh, salt. Good. Salt. Salt. A lot of times you salt the vegetables for a chemical reaction as well as flavor. I don't know if that's the case with sweet potatoes, but when you Google them to see if they're really a potato or not, it'll probably tell you that. So we're going to throw those in there. We're going to see how long we're going to have those in there. We're going to blah, blah, blah. Roast, tossing halfway through until brown and tender, 12 to 15 minutes. So halfway through 12 to 15 minutes is 6. There we go, using our math. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to check on this. And now we're going to make the secret spice sauce, which is, what did we decide it's called? Charmoud. We're going to make some charmé or charmoud. So let's get started on it. Okay, right from the get-go, it calls for coriander seeds, cumin, and peppercorns, and it's whole seeds, and you're going to put them on the skillet, and you're going to brown them, and you're going to do all this and that. Of course, we're not going to do that because there we go, ready to go. And here's the pepper. And so let's just put all of that in a bowl, and we'll put all that in a bowl, and then we're going to add all of this to it, and then we're going to put it in the Ninja. So let's get one of my lovely bowls. Okay, it calls for a teaspoon of each. Oh, that's easy. So here we go. Oh, that says I'm preheated. Oops, so I'm ahead of myself. Oh well, we're good to go. Okay, teaspoon here. You know, if you know anyone that makes these little spice jars, you should tell them that they really should make them big enough that you could stick your little, your measuring cup in there, measuring spoon. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, there's that. I don't have much cumin left, so we're just going to use it all. Hopefully, that's good. And then the pepper, which we're going to need to grind like crazy. So we really are, look, we're doing the pepper like they ask us to. Is that going in the spoon? Oh,
Yes.
it is, look. Okay.
And everywhere else.
Okay. Oh, well, that's probably good. We'll just use all of it. We'll use that and the part that's on the side. That'd be great.
Not nearly a tablespoon, a teaspoon.
Ah, so my trusting assistant thinks I need more pepper. Oops, I put some on the floor. There. That's probably good. Okay, now let's see what's the next step. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, now we are going to put these in the Ninja along with some lemon juice and a little bit of water and some pepper. Well, we don't have pepper, we have Tabasco. Okay, so here we go with the Ninja. I'm gonna bring...
Here, let's pause while we set up the Ninja.
Okay, and so we'll be right back, and then I can have more Bloody Mary. So we'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. Okay, I'm gonna take the herbs, and I'm gonna throw them in the Ninja along with a little bit of water and this, and then whatever else it told me to do. Okay. This is mint. I grow it in my garden. And if you've ever grown mint, be sure you keep it in a pot because it will go everywhere. So we'll throw the mint in. Ooh, doesn't it smell good? Can you smell the mint?
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Okay, so I'm going to throw in the mint. It called for a cup of each thing. And in the Ninja, you don't have to worry too much about the stems because it's going to just take everything. This is the cilantro, and it calls for a cup of cilantro, but I know some people are not big cilantro fans. So if you're making this for people, you know, you may not want to put the all the cilantro in, but we really like cilantro, so I don't have to worry about that. So just throw that in there. And then it also called for a cup of parsley, and I'm not a big parsley fan, but it called for a cup of it, so I didn't think I could leave it out. But I don't know that I have a cup. So let's put all that in there and see if it'll all fit. And the spice, and just a little bit of water, just to give it some liquid so we can smush it up. Okay, here we go.
More than that.
Let's look at it. Ooh, look! Isn't that great? Okay, let's keep going. Oh, you can smell it. Okay. Oh, ding! Must be ready. All right, let's check the potatoes and flip those over. I'm coming. Okay, so let's flip these puppies. Probably shouldn't do it with the door open. It's probably bad. Don't do that. But I hate taking it back out and putting it back in because it's heavy. Okay, that looks delicious. Looks like it's getting done. Put it on for, how many minutes do we have it on?
7.
7. Let's do 10. Or 8. Let's do 8. Then we'll check it again. Okay, let's stir our, how many minutes do we have on that? 11. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, it's kind of iffy. Okay, so now let's get back to the rest of our recipe here. So now it calls for some lemon zest. I should probably read the instructions. Blah, 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 blah. Add the lemon zest and some red pepper flakes. And, oh, was I supposed to add lemon juice? Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
You can always squirt it again some more.
Yeah, we'll just put this in a bowl. Man, I keep losing. Oh, here. Okay. Put this in the beautiful bowl. Okay, add some lemon juice and lemon zest.
Wait. You put the thing down between me and you.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Oh, wait. Well, since we're taking a break, I'll have a sip of Bloody Mary. Delicious. Okay.
Which you then just put down between me and
Mary.
you.
But everybody wants to see the Bloody Mary. Anyway, okay. Squirt that on there. And then it calls for lemon zest. I'm going to attempt, because I have part of a lemon, to do some lemon zest. Here we go. We'll see, or we'll see if I chop off my hand. I don't think it's working. So there we go.
You're using the wrong side?
Oh no, this side's smooth, see?
Okay.
Yeah, well. Okay, so here I am on a cooking show. All those fancy people must have gone to culinary school to know how to use that. So there we go. We're done with that. Okay, so we're done with our, oh, I was gonna add a little Tabasco because it called for red pepper and I didn't have any. Oh, and it calls for a lot of olive oil. So I guess when we get ready to put it on, we'll add some olive oil, but not right now because I don't have room. And again, where to do the spoon. So, okay. So when we mix it on there, we'll add the olive oil. Okay, so now, where are we? I don't know. Okay, so now we're going to take a break because we can't do anything until the potatoes are done and the farro is done. So we'll just take a little break and we'll be back. Bye. Hello everyone. Okay, we're back. Our farro seems to be tender. Any guess? And our potatoes are done. So now we're going to brown the bacon and the onions. And once we do that, then we'll do the rest of them. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the bacon in the skillet and the onions and brown that. And we'll be back in a moment.
Say hi to Rosemary.
Hey, Rosemary. Okay, we're back. We've done the bacon, we've done the onions, and now we're getting ready to kind of put everything together. So it called for fresh thyme, and it called for a tablespoon of fresh thyme, but of course I don't have fresh thyme. And so I think it's like a 1-to-3 ratio. So I don't know what a third of the tablespoon is. I'm going to say, how about a teaspoon? I think that would be great. So we're going to put in some thyme. That's what we all need, more thyme. And put that in there. And then it calls for garlic. And in all transparency, those of you that had looked at the beginning, I had fresh garlic out here because it called for 2 cloves. But really, this has had so many ingredients, I'm kind of tired. And so we're just going to sprinkle some garlic on here. Once again, 2 cloves of garlic. I'm thinking, oh look, a teaspoon. And once again, man, if only this would fit in there. Oh, I don't know, that's a lot of garlic. Or is there such a thing as chili spice? Probably not. So there's that. We're going to stir that up. And then I realized after looking at the picture that I was supposed to cut the potatoes in not 1/3 slices, but 1/3 little things. So I chopped those up. I know they're not a third, but you know, it's chopped up. So now we're going to saute the onions and the thyme and the garlic, and we're going to turn up the heat and add Brussels sprouts. Okay, all you people that go, yuck, I hate Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. One of the reasons is because look, they look like itty bitty little cabbages, aren't they cute? But those of you that do not like Brussels sprouts, give it a try, because it's going to be in here with the bacon grease and fried up. And if you've not had fried Brussels sprouts, they're a little bit tastier. And if you don't like Brussels sprouts, what I suggest is this outside layer, you can take it off. Because then the rest of the Brussels sprout is a little bit not as, I don't know, it's not tart or whatever. Anyway, so the recipe says you're supposed to take off the outsides of the Brussels sprouts, but I'm sure that's for people that don't like it, and cut off the little ends here, which you don't have to because you can eat those, but we're going to go ahead and cut off the ends. And then we're just going to cut them up and throw them in the bacon grease and fry them up for about 5 minutes. And so once again, I know all you people that hate Brussels sprouts, give this a try because you may like them and they're really cute. So let's slice them up and turn the heat back up, and we'll throw them in there. So let's turn the heat back up. Let's see if we have enough grease. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more of our lovely coconut, because we want to make sure we have plenty for it to fry up. So, and the coconut will melt really fast and be ready to go. So let's do our Brussels sprouts. Is that all of them? Yeah, great. Okay. I think this recipe would be a lot easier if, like, the day before you prepped a bunch of things, so you didn't have to do everything. And there's no way you could do this in the morning. There's just no way. Oh my gosh, you would be exhausted. It'd be, you know, it'd be noon by the time we'd be done. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna throw these in here.
Well, didn't the magazine say 2-hour prep time?
Yeah.
And that's like if you've done everything ahead of time.
And you have a sous chef. But I have a lovely sous chef because he's really busy right now. Okay, so let's see. Got the garlic, got the thyme. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Cook, tossing occasionally until the Brussels sprouts are bright green and crisp tender, about 5 minutes. So let's set the timer for 5 minutes. We'll stir these around, and you can see, look, because when they start, they're kind of like, I think the phrase is maybe mint green. And then once they start cooking, they'll turn like Crayola green. So we'll do that for 5 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, everybody, we're back. We have the Brussels sprouts are almost done, and then we're just going to add everything together. But I wanted to let you know that we also, the article itself, remember, it had all of breakfast. So one of the things that it called for was, the first part is sausage and biscuits, which everybody loves sausage and biscuits, but I didn't want to do that. But I did make some drop biscuits, and everybody's got their own drop biscuit recipe, so I know you guys can make drop biscuits. So I did that, and then it has the hash with the Chermoula. And then it also has this lovely strawberry compote, which there's probably a picture of somewhere. Anyway, the strawberry compote sounded really good. I thought it would go great on the drop biscuits. And so I'm going to make the little strawberry compote. It's just a little bit of sugar, a little bit of strawberries, and then the recipe called for rum optional, which we all know it is not optional. So we're going to add a little bit of rum to it, cook it up while we get everything ready to go. I can't remember, I think it calls for 2 tablespoons, but really, are we going to measure the rum? Okay, we're going to look like we're measuring them. I can't even see it because it's dark back there and I don't have the light on. So probably did a little bit more than that, but oh well, that's okay. So we're going to let that cook, and so it'll be all ready for when we are ready to eat our dessert. Well, I don't have a spoon, but I have this stirry thing that I use for my drink. That should go well with our
Get a fork.
Or I could use a fork, but why? Why do that? Let's see. Oh yeah, that is delicious. Okay, so now we are ready to put everything together, but on top of it all goes 4 eggs. So we're going to make the eggs ready to go. Then we'll put everything in here to warm up while the eggs are cooking. And we are done. So let's find the eggs. Okay, here we go. We're going to make eggs. And yes, I have, as seen on TV, this egg maker. It makes pancakes also. See what I mean? So.
You have to hold it. It won't stay open.
Yes. Here I come. Okay, so we're going to make the eggs. I sprayed it a little, and then you just crack the eggs. Here we go. Okay, I'm coming back. And these are extra large eggs because I don't know what happened to eggs lately, but the large eggs just aren't. So I don't know if it's the size of the yolk. Like, look at that. Is that really an egg? Anyway, so I got the extra large. And you just put them in there. And then you're going to put the cover over it. And then you will have eggs. And then we'll, flip it. There. So, okay. So you just leave that there. And then they'll be beautiful. Okay, so now let's do the rest and check. Oh, maybe I should get a spoon. Yeah, here. Ah, look, a spoon. Okay. Those look delicious. Let's turn that down. Okay, so we got this ready to go. And now, as our final step, we are going to add the potatoes, which we've chopped up, which I guess we were supposed to do that to begin with. We're going to add the farro, which we drained, and here it is. So we'll add that.
Have that giant bowl from 3/4 of a cup.
Yes. And it calls for some sesame seeds. Yes, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. Which, here we go. Oops. I think that's plenty. Okay, and then we're just gonna. Oh, and of course our. When do we add our fancy Chermoula? Top with the eggs. Oh, and then we're gonna, okay, at the very end we put the, what's it called? Yeah, Chermoula on there. So, oops.
You have to put the olive oil in it.
Yeah, we're gonna remember to put the olive oil and not the rum, okay?
That'll be a difficult.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, because as you can see, I'm almost done with my Bloody Mary. Okay. So we're just gonna stir this up and warm it up and wait for the eggs to cook. Okay, everybody, we're back. We have mixed everything together and warmed it all up. We have the eggs ready to go. So I'm gonna bring the eggs over, and aren't they beautiful? And look, they just slide right off. Oh, here I am with my pan. Oh, see how they slide right off? Come on, slide there. As seen on TV. Let's move this egg over here. Okay, isn't that beautiful? And then here's our Chermoula. We're gonna sprinkle that on everywhere. There we go. Okay, so we are ready to go. So since this tonight is breakfast for dinner, this is our main course, our Farro-Vegetable Hash with Chermoula. And then here are my drop biscuits with my lovely strawberries. But since it's breakfast for dinner, I thought it was important that we have an appetizer to make a full meal. And so as appetizer, we have Reese cups, because who doesn't love a Reese cup? So there we go, appetizer, main course, dessert. So let's look at mine compared to theirs. Yes, looks exactly the same. It is beautiful. Yay! All right, everyone. And here, with my last sip of my Bloody Mary, bon appetit!